All right, well, let's go to round two because I know there's at least one guy that is going to be a guy you're all in on, and you could probably snag him in the second round pretty easily.
And oftentimes he's going round 3 right now, too,
Right.
which
I was gonna say that.
expect, the more and more adulation I hear about this guy. He's catching passes every practice, burning by linebackers, just a complete usage hog. As expected, as we've been talking about, as he's been 13th overall on my big board for so long, that's Jerick McKinnon. Any longtime listener knows I'm all in on Jerick McKinnon this year. Kyle Shanahan, just an absolute workhorse breeder. I think it's 4 out of his last 5 backs have finished in the top 15. And just insanity because of and that's Carlos Hyde last year, an ill fit for the system. I mean, McKinnon was handpicked 4th highest paid running back in the league because he fit this scheme so well. Shanahan said he was my highest graded free agent. Absolutely all McKinnon. He's going to just pure workhorse in an ascending offense. Love him.
All right, McKinnon seems like a guy.
I would take him even above.
Who?
And I would take him. I don't know what your thoughts are. Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams, and AJ Green. I'm taking McKinnon ahead of them. Those are 3, sturdy wide receiver ones. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think you're crazy. I mean, I got to say, all 3 of those guys, I'm not excited about picking any of them. Mm-hmm. And I would be potentially excited about McKinnon. The one thing I would say is that, as you alluded to before, I wouldn't be surprised, depending on who you're drafting with, if you could snag McKinnon in the 3rd round. So the question is like how low do you go? How much do you gamble? Because, man, you snag someone like that in the 3rd round instead of the 2nd. Whew, I mean, that's got to be some premature,
Right, and that's where the risk comes in too, Naz. Like, you're staring at the back end of round 2, and you're like, I really love McKinnon. Do I just pass him up in hopes that he squeals around? Because I know Keenan Allen won't find his way back.
I could grab AJ Green and then just kind of have him in my pocket and then get McKinnon in the 3rd. And that's when you start having, you start picturing yourself, hoisting the trophy.
Right, exactly. I know. Or you have the fantasy nightmares because you don't take McKinnon and he goes, right before your pick and ends up having that 1,700-yard. Those are the worst, those nightmare decisions where you're like, Do I let this guy try to slide to me? Oftentimes I regret it, but oftentimes it's the best.